So what's an issue that we can come together on? Um, I'm sure most of you have seen by now the big news today as the stock market came back, had its biggest rebound in one day in like 20 years. I'm happy about it because I met with my financial people just by happenstance yesterday, and they said we need to move some money out of bonds and get them into stocks. And so we did, and we made the deadline. But I was talking to people online today, and they were saying, can't we all agree that we don't want fraud and waste in our government? Maybe we could start there. Because I think most Democrats and Republicans and non-affiliated voters would agree we don't want government wasting our money. We don't want them hiring people that don't need to be hired, so we're paying them to do jobs that don't need to be done. Now, what are jobs that don't need to be done? That's another question, because then that's where it gets sticky. But can we just agree on that? And I think we can. I guess what bothers me is, as a guy who used to work in the media, I'm embarrassed because the media has really taken an ideology on this, taken a far left progressive, not even a Democrat value, but a progressive value on this. And they're pushing an agenda, and so many people are buying into it. And then when all they want us to do is to not be talking, they want to divide us. And I don't know why, but they want us to be divided. And yet on this issue, don't you think that's something we could agree on? Now, you may not like Musk going in and doing what he's doing and Trump going in and doing what he's doing, but we didn't like the way Biden did some of his stuff too. So we could move past that maybe and go, we want fraud and waste out of our government. Then we can take the next conversation past that. I mean, we have so many issues in this country right now, and we need to bring jobs back to America. There's all the people freaking out over tariffs, how Trump is doing this. But do we think that other countries should be charging tariffs to us and we're not charging them back? I don't think most of us agree with that. Again, we may not agree with how Trump's doing this, but we don't think it should be unfair in the world. So what if we started with those kind of conversations? The problem I have is whenever I'm on my social media page or something like that and somebody comes against me, they don't have a discussion about those issues. What they do is belittle, call names, yell at people, you're stupid. It never gets past that point where we can't even find one thing we agree on. Well, guess what? I think we can. And I think as this thing starts to deepen, we're going to have to. What are your thoughts? What are your ideas? I'd love to hear it.